I don't know if you've ever had that moment when you realize you've messed up, like really messed up, and your stomach just drops. That's exactly how I felt when I missed my flight. I had been planning this trip for months, and I was so excited, but somehow I managed to get everything wrong. I misread my flight time by a whole hour. Can you imagine? 1 hour. And that was enough to turn my dream vacation into a nightmare. It started off as any other travel day. I was feeling confident. I had everything packed. I was even at the airport a bit early, just in case. But here's the thing, I didn't double check the flight time. I thought it was at 2 p.m., but it was actually at 1 p.m. I didn't realize until I got to the gate, and the flight attendant was just, well, I'll never forget her face. It was a mix of "you've missed it" and "I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do." She said there was another flight, but the next one wouldn't get me to my destination in time for the event I was supposed to attend. And to make matters worse, it wasn't just about missing my trip, it was about missing out on something important. My heart sank. I was staring at this woman in disbelief, thinking, how did I let this happen? How did I not double check? And I don't know about you, but when things like this happen to me, it feels like the world is closing in. I was devastated. The frustration, the panic, the anger at myself, it all hit me at once. And then, as I'm standing there, trying to figure out what to do next, I remember something: travel insurance. I had signed up for it on a whim when I booked the flight, thinking it was a waste of money. I never expected to actually need it. But in that moment, I was so thankful I had it. It took me a few minutes to gather myself, but once I did, I called the customer service number. The agent on the other side didn't sound like she was reading from a script. She actually seemed to understand my panic. She told me that, in cases like mine, travel insurance could cover missed flights, as long as I had the documentation, proof of the mistake, and proof that I was there on time. I couldn't believe it. I thought travel insurance was just for canceled flights or lost luggage, but apparently, it could help in situations like this too. She told me about the process of filing a claim and how I'd be reimbursed for the flight I missed. I thought it was too good to be true, honestly, but it wasn't. I filed the claim, and a few weeks later, I got my reimbursement. I was floored. It wasn't just the money, it was the relief. I could have been stuck paying for a flight I didn't even get on. But because I had that coverage, I was able to get back on track without going broke. I was genuinely shocked at how easy it was. No hassle, no fighting with airlines, no endless paperwork. And it's funny, because I always thought travel insurance was something you don't really need unless something huge goes wrong, like an accident or a flight cancellation. But after that experience, I'm convinced it's a game changer. If I hadn't had that travel insurance, I would have been stuck, trying to figure out how to salvage the trip or pay for a new flight. But instead, I got reimbursed. So here's the thing. If you're traveling, don't underestimate the value of travel insurance. Even if you think it's unnecessary or a waste of money, trust me, it's not. Auras.insure is a service I actually use and trust, and I'm not just saying that. It's been a lifesaver. If you're looking for a solid, no-nonsense travel insurance option, I highly recommend checking it out. Again, not a sponsor, just a real recommendation from me to you. Because life happens, plans change, and sometimes we all need a little backup when things go wrong. So, if you're planning a trip anytime soon, remember to check out travel insurance. It might just save you from a disaster you didn't even see coming.